They say the walls of a hospital soak up the final screams of thousands of souls. They say some spirits refuse to leave their broken bodies, forever wandering the sterile hallways. I never believed in those legends until the night I worked the shift from hell. What I am about to tell you will make you fear the dark and despise the cold white light of a hospital wing. Remember, a siren isn't just the sound of arrival. Sometimes it's the sound of a soul departing for the other side. My name is Ariyan. My father's name is Shaukat Ali, and I come from a small mist-covered village called Mayapur. Tonight, I will share the 17 minutes of pure terror that shattered my world forever. It all began at City Central, the oldest and most decayed hospital in the city. I had just started as a night security guard. The 4th floor, specifically Ward number 13, had been padlocked for decades. Rumor has it that in a single night, 10 patients and 2 nurses died there mysteriously, their bodies drained of every single drop of blood. It was 2:15 a.m. The hospital was as silent as a mass grave. A freezing draft from the morgue whistled through the corridors, creating an eerie rhythmic hum. Suddenly, my walkie-talkie crackled with static. A raspy, desperate voice whispered from the other side, "Help me. It's so cold. Please help me." I thought it was a patient from a lower floor, but the signal was coming from directly above me, the forbidden floor. With a flashlight in hand, I stepped onto the 4th floor. The elevator doors slammed shut behind me with a deafening bang. The air turned ice cold instantly under my flashlight's beam. The portraits of old doctors on the walls seemed to twitch. Their painted eyes followed my every move. As I reached the entrance of Ward 13, I saw the rusted padlock lying shattered on the floor. A stench of rotting medicine and burnt flesh filled my lungs. Inside, a faint, sickly blue light flickered. As soon as I stepped inside, the heavy door behind me swung shut. There was no handle, no latch. I was trapped inside the ward. Rows of rusted iron beds lined the room. Suddenly, I saw someone lying on the corner bed, covered in a white shroud. The shroud was rising and falling slowly, as if someone was breathing. But then I noticed something horrific. A thick, black liquid was oozing from the bed and pooling on the floor. I walked closer, my voice trembling. "Who's there? What are you doing here?" A bone-chilling laughter erupted from beneath the cloth. The entity sat up and threw back the shroud. As my light hit its face, I felt my soul leave my body. It had no face, only 2 deep hollow pits where eyes should be, leaking black pus. It was wearing a tattered hospital gown, soaked in fresh blood. The faceless entity reached out a long, skeletal, blue-tinted hand and snatched the flashlight from my grip. Total darkness. In the void, I could feel the suffocating stench of a corpse closing in on me. Suddenly, thousands of whispers filled my ears. They were all hissing the same thing. Stay with us. Come with us. I began to run blindly through the dark, but the corridor felt endless. It felt as if the walls were narrowing, trying to crush the life out of me. Suddenly, at the end of the hall, a stretcher came flying toward me on its own. The screeching of its wheels was like a knife against glass. As it zoomed past, I saw the body lying on it. It was me. It was my own corpse. My throat had been slashed open, and blood was spraying everywhere. The dead me looked up and winked at me with a sickening grin. The entity was now right behind me. I could feel its hot, putrid breath on the back of my neck. It whispered, "Ariyan, won't your father come looking for you? We have already prepared a bed for Shaukat Ali." My heart nearly stopped. I sprinted toward the elevator, pounding the buttons frantically. The doors opened, and I lunged inside. I looked into the elevator mirror and screamed. My reflection was rotting away, my flesh falling off in chunks, and that shadow figure was standing right behind my reflection. Suddenly, the floor of the elevator vanished. I was falling into a bottomless abyss. Hours later, I woke up. I was lying on the floor of the 4th floor corridor in Ward 13. The morning sun was shining. Other hospital staff were standing over me, looking worried. They asked, "Ariyan, what were you doing here all night? This ward has been closed for 10 years. I felt a surge of relief. I thought it was all just a nightmare. But then I looked at my arm. There were fresh, deep claw marks bleeding onto my uniform. When I reached home and went to my father's room, I froze. He was lying on a stretcher, covered in a white shroud, exactly as I had seen in that hellish ward. He sat up, looked at me with an inhuman smile, and said, "Ariyan, is the bed in Ward 13 ready for me? I still don't know if what I saw that night was real, or if I am still trapped inside that ward, living a nightmare that never ends. If you ever find yourself in a hospital at night, remember, never go near room 13 because they are waiting for you. And tonight might be your last."